All right, guys. Back here with another training video. Thought we'd change it up by doing a little picture-in-picture. I just got done with this session that we're watching here about an hour ago or so. I have a competition coming up this Saturday, CrossFit competition, and we're 48 hours from that. It's Thursday, and it's on a Saturday. So still hitting my lifting, but there's also a complex in this competition. A snatch plus a touch and go snatch plus an overhead squat. I have some thoughts on touch and go heavy snatching, but nonetheless, CrossFit being CrossFit. So I wanted to practice that today while still getting in kind of what my normal training day would be. So again, just kind of getting back into training, getting more comfortable with the bar. I felt kind of like trash this week, if I'm being honest, but today it felt good. Starting the session off with the way we ended the last session that I put up with some behind the neck jerks here, 225, 102 kilos. These felt better today than they did last time, which is good. Adapting, really focusing on an aggressive drive. I made a big jump to my first set here. I went straight from 185 to 225. I was like, screw it. So nervous system was kind of like, let's get ready for it. That third one looks really solid. On the behind the neck jerks, I'm really trying to feel two things. Be extremely explosive on that dip and drive, because at heavier jerks, I can get really slow on my dip and drive. I dip maybe a little bit too far, and then the drive is really slow, and I'm relying a lot on strength as opposed to that elasticity of that dip and drive. So I'm focusing on that. And then two is my punch. I wasn't focused on an aggressive punch on this set. I was focused more on that dip and drive, and I was forgetting about my arms, which you can kind of see, like my lockout isn't fast. That one wasn't bad, but it can be faster. Now this set looks better overall than that 225 set. This is 235, so we're up, 106, I don't know, kilos, whatever. This third set, I kind of in between, I told myself, hey, faster punch, put it all together on this third set. Fast dip and drive, be elastic, but then punch hard and fast. Get your lockout as soon as you can. Boom, right? That looked really solid. We're at 240 now. And this set felt the best overall out of all of them. Felt very stable. Felt like I was being nice and fast with my punch. My split position felt great. My dip and my drive felt very fast and elastic. Yeah, those look like solid positions. And I liked how it felt for the second time doing behind the neck jerks. These are going to get a lot better. Finished here at 245, doing sets of 3. Also, like without blocks, behind the neck jerks can start to get rough on that re-rack. I'm the owner of the gym. I could buy blocks. I can get blocks. They just take up a lot of fucking room in a CrossFit gym. We're not a weightlifting gym, specific gym. In the future, when and if we move locations to a bigger spot, jerk blocks will definitely be on the menu. We'll probably have a platform that's dedicated with it. But for right now, just got to nut up and re-rack the fucking bar. But I was really happy with how the behind the neck jerks felt. They felt really great. After that first set, which, just getting into it, they felt really solid. I'm excited to overload those and kind of see where I can get over the course of this cycle. Okay, moving on here. This is going to be warming up for the complex. I kind of wanted to see what a realistic number for this complex is going to be. Like I said, touch and go heavy snatches to me is something I will never give my athletes. It's something I do not enjoy. I think it is dumb. For in CrossFit, cycling, lightweight, sure, whatever. But when you're saying, hey, we're going to lift heavy and I want you to do a snatch and I want you to hold on to it and do touch and go from the floor, I think it's going to pull you into really bad positions. It's not something I practice. And so I was kind of like, I need to figure out what's going to be doable for this competition. So it's with a partner. It's in a 10-minute window. So each partner gets 5 minutes. So I was like, well, I'm going to warm up to like 135 and I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock and kind of see what I can hit for this complex. So I'm just warming up here to that 135, some powers, focusing on the pull. Have been doing this a very long time. When you do a touch and go, especially with heavy weight, the likelihood of being pulled forward is very high, right? You're coming down with that weight, 90%, 100, whatever weight you're going to be lifting of your snatch, you are likely going to be pulled out of position, shoulders forward. So I'm really trying to focus on not letting that happen. But even with focusing on letting it happen, you'll see it does. But just warming up here. So here we go. I'm like, I literally, this is my warm up. I didn't warm up to anything heavier. I'm going to warm up to 135 and I'm going to go, right? So start of the clock is the first set. I'm going to still do powers as if I was like warming it up. Little dynamic start, boom, rip it. Here we go. That is something I plan on doing in the competition is dynamic start and kind of rip it just to build some confidence. I'm going to start heavier in the comp though. This was 135 I'm starting at. I think I'm going to start at this weight right here, 155. So I went straight up to, that's actually 160. I have 2.5s on the inside. I don't know why I did that. I was just being silly, but so this is 160. Again, you can even see on that touch and go, I'm coming down and my hips are not super high, but a little high. I would like to be more quad focused. I'm probably going to let my knees bend a little bit more. We went up to 180. So we've gone 140, 160, 180. We've made 20-pound jumps. So here's 180. Yeah, and I got spit out. So this is the first time doing like the full squat on the first rep. Just wasn't ready for that at all. Just was like, okay, silly. Shake it out. We'll hit it again. Again, when that happens, depending on, 180 for me is like a weight. Again, I could have powered that. So I was like, let's just step back up. Let's smoke this. Here we go. Boom. And we're going to go to that touch and go big chest. See, I set it. That's pretty solid. But you can even see there, like it gets away, like past that hang position. You come down past the hang and it's really easy for it to pull you forward. I went straight up to 200. I made another 20-pound jump. So we are at 200 here. So I went 160, 180, 200. Gonna smoke the first one. Smoked. Good lift. And then it's just a little out in front, to be expected, I would say. It's not bad, but it's just enough in front. I let the time expire. I took about a minute and I was like, I'm gonna do this again. There we go, first one. I really focused on trying to keep it closer this time, which I do, and there we go. And the second one looked pretty solid. So again, if I can focus on keeping it close to my body, I'm pretty happy with it. Usually my rule of thumb with like a lift, we've got some front squats here. I auto-regulated these because I'm not trying to be sore for this competition. So this is a set of 6 at 230. Just focus on being fast. My usual rule of thumb with a competition, if there's a lift in a competition, a CrossFit competition, whatever I hit in training, I'm probably good for 5 or 10 pounds more just because of adrenaline, the energy, the vibe, all that kind of stuff. Over the course of doing this 10 years, that doesn't apply to snatch. Just because snatch is so technical, you have good days and bad days with snatching, and especially with like something like a touch and go where like you can easily be pulled out of position. In competition, what I found, what I hit in training, I'm probably going to hit in the competition. I'm usually good for what I do hit in training. If it's a great day snatching, if I feel even better on comp day, I'm maybe 5 pounds heavier, but it's usually 1 for 1. But, if it was something like a max deadlift, max back squat, even cleans, you can just feed off of the energy and they're less technical movements. And so you can usually hit a bit heavier. Snatch. So I'm expecting probably around 200 pounds in this competition, which honestly I'll take for doing a touch and go, something I never practiced, for where my current snatch strength and ability is. We're looking at that being anywhere between 88, 90-ish% of my current 1 rep max. I'm thinking my current 1 rep max, my training max is like 220, is about 100 kilos, 100 to 102 kilos right now. I've hit more than that in the past, but right now that's about where my strength is at. So that's what I'm looking for this competition. Front squats looked really good. They're fast. Again, they're way lighter. It's 6, 8, 10, 12. It's a lot of volume. I auto-regulated these because we did this on back squats on Monday, and I was lit up soreness-wise, fatigue-wise until today. So we're looking at 3 days later. I was not trying to have that feeling that way on Saturday on a comp day. So I was like, I'm going to go way down. I went 230, 210, 190, 170 here for 12. Just trying to move fast, making sure I have a good clean grip on it where I'm going to do my cleans, keep the chest up, keep the elbows up. I really liked how my torso looked on all these. My torso is very upright, so something I'm always focusing on. So a quick training day. Again, kind of what a training day, lifting day looks like leading into a competition. Tomorrow I'm going to do some cardio, cold plunge sauna, and I'm going to float tank. That's what I